What's up, guys? Golden here, and welcome back to Zach's Magic Kitchen. So, still no studio or office today. Still a mess up there. So, hopefully by the next video, I'll have my office set up and won't have to sit here at the kitchen counter recording magic videos. But I'm pretty comfortable here. I don't mind it too bad. A little bit different of a video today. I asked you guys a little while back what you guys wanted to see from the video or from the channel, and I got a lot of deck building answers. So a lot of people said they wanted to see how to build decks, how to put some stuff together, what I do whenever I build decks. Plenty of different ways to build decks, but some people wanted to see kind of my thought process behind building decks. So we're going to put together a little bit of a jankier build today. I've been try-harding for the last 2 weeks, or at least for the last week since the season reset. I'm up in Diamond right now, so I'm going to protect my rank, and we're going to go to the unranked queue. But I want to put together a best of one Kaheera deck. So I haven't played with this companion yet. I want to give her a try, and I want to see what we can put together using that. So I haven't even thought about it yet. I mean, I've seen some builds. Another YouTuber I watch, Merchant, came out with a just cat tribal deck. I'm not going to go that route with it, but after watching that, I was inspired for a little bit of a Kaheera. So let's see. Let me see if I'm spelling that right. Yes. All right. So Kaheera's companion card. Each creature card in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast card. So we can have a combination of that. So we're going to look for obviously ones that fit that mold. Usually, so let's obviously set Kaheera as the companion, set the format to standard, and then first thing we want to try to decide is the mana base. So what do we want to go with? So obviously green white, we want to have that in some form, but that opens up the doors to pretty much anything. I think anything that's running lower to the ground creatures, aggro creatures, we're gonna probably also want Loris in here, and Loris is a cat, I believe. So let's do that first. Yeah, it's a cat and a nightmare, so it definitely fits the mold. So obviously Loris isn't going to be our companion because Kaheera is our companion, but having Loris in here gives us good recursion. So we're going to start with some low to the ground creatures. We're obviously going to be in white. So I'm going to filter this out a little bit. See things that work well with Loris, and we're gonna go white, and we can also go black and green. So let me just take a look through what we have here, and then basically I'm gonna start clicking and see what happens. I'm not gonna set the mana base yet. I know some people when they build decks actually set the mana base ahead of time, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. So again, we need to stay with cats, elementals, nightmares, dinosaurs, beast. I kind of want to go nightmare. I want to play around with nightmares and see what we got. Let me filter for not collected as well, just to see if I'm missing anything. So Fiend Artisan. This is a good one. It's cheap. It does stuff. I'm not going to craft any yet because we're going to make those cuts there at the end. We have Banehound as a Nightmare Hound. So Banehound could be a good option. I'm just going to stick one in there. A lot of times when I'm trying to figure out what to put in here, I'll just put one in just as a way to remember the card, and then I'll take it out at the end if I'm not going to use it. So we'll make cuts towards the end, and we'll kind of bring the deck back. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to watch this entire deck building process, I will link into the games that I do play with it after it, so you can just look in the description. I'm going to have a link to the gameplay if you don't want to see me build this. This might take a little while, but I'll try to go fast with it, try to keep it under like 15 minutes. That's an interesting card. It's a 2-drop. Can't be blocked. And I'll put one in. We're just going to see what we can work with. And this I don't think... let's throw it in there. Let's just play around with it. So that's Nightmare. Obviously elementals are good. We could use it for some ramp. No, we want to stick in the right colors. No. World Soul, not a good card. Could be. Seems like it would be, but It's interesting. It's technically only a 1 drop, so it does work with Loris. Not sure if it's that good, but interesting thought would be like a Gruul Elementals list with Kaheera. Couldn't run Loris though. I'm already committed to doing this Loris aggro a little bit. We're gonna look at some cats. I know there are a bunch of cheap cats. I know Charm Stray was one. Just watching other videos, that's one that can really come off to an early aggression. Johnny's Pride Mate's another one. Okay, let's see. We kind of want aggression and staying power. That's really what we're looking for. So we'll probably stay in black just because I think it's going to be worth using black removal options. One thing, even though you're playing aggro, it's good to have some type of removal. Like Mono Red has some burn, obviously, as removal, and with Embercleave, it has the trample over, so you don't necessarily need to clear the board. But if you're running something that doesn't really have that, it's good to be able to get big blockers out of the way. So we're gonna look at removal here shortly. And playing a lot of Magic helps a lot when you're building these decks because you know what the good black removal spells are, you know what the good white removal spells are in this case. So I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna take this out. I don't think I'm gonna end up using it. I think I'm gonna stay in black-white for now. And obviously, playing some games, we know what's good in black-white with the Loris deck, so it shouldn't be too bad, but we aren't going to stay in Loris, so we are going to put some larger threats in here eventually as well. Not going to do that. We're not really going with sacrifices. No, that doesn't fit. It's kind of aggressive, but we would have to go into green. Have to go Abzan if we did that. We'll think about it. Okay, and what do we miss here? Dinosaur or beast? Ooh, I don't think there's really any dinosaurs we can... Actually, there might be one. Let me see. I'm going to take off this, like, 2 or less thing now. Let's open it up a little bit. Oh. I'll take it. We're going aggressive. Riding Regisaur is a dino. I like the way that sounds. What's the interaction that I've been seeing with Riding Regisaur lately? I don't remember. There's a deck that's been using this. We also have Shifting Ceratops, which is a dinosaur. I'm kind of going off the reservations here and changing my mind. But I like dinosaurs. They're fun. Let's see. If we stay... Ceratops, I mean, it could be good. I mean, what's a big best of one deck is the... pretty much anything running Agent of Treachery. So, Shifting Ceratops can be pretty powerful in a best of one deck. And it adds aggression. As a top end, it's not bad. We could just kind of like shift to go in Golgari. I like that idea. I'm backing out of my original plan. We're going Golgari. So, let's see. Let's take out the white. See what else we have. Thrashing Brontodon is also good. I don't know if we're going to keep that many of them in there. Ooh. We can put more Kaheeras in the main board as well. I don't know how many we want. So let's figure out some little black guys. Let's go to cat now. Because we're running black now, it might be worth putting the Cauldron Familiar in. I hate doing it because I don't really like it. I think we might still put in a Loris or two. The double black is going to be a little bit more difficult. especially when Kaheera is a double green. But it still might be... Let's do that. Don't yell at me yet. We're gonna go a little bit of that. If we do that, we have to do the oven. Not with that. Whoop. Oven. I'm gonna put it there for now. Not sure if we're gonna use it, but I'm putting that there for now. Let's go green and let's go elemental. Actually, we'll keep black green. So, low to the ground elemental creatures. There's not a ton of them. I mean, most of these elementals are pretty big. Cavalier of Knights and elemental. We could take this just straight Golgari mid-range with Kaheera. I kind of want to make use of Kaheera. I don't want to just kind of throw it in there as an extra. Ooh, I don't have the rare cards for Fiend Artisan. That's a mythic? I guess it makes sense. It's pretty good. Well, looks like we got to crack some packs. Let's see. Save and exit. Yeah. Let's go get some packs. How many should I buy? Look, you guys get a bonus of getting to watch me buy some packs. Alright. That's fine. We'll do that. Get 15 packs. Hopefully we get enough for a couple mythic rare cards. I'm not gonna... Let me open them all at the same time, I guess. We got a Zerta. One mythic rare card. And a Mythos. I want to play around with that Mythos card a little bit more. It looks pretty fun. That's a nightmare. What's that nightmare? I didn't look at it. 100 nightmare enters the battlefield. Target opponent puts a death touch counter on a creature they control. It's aggressive, but I don't like it that much. Okay, I have my 2 mythic rare wild cards. I'll open the last 2 packs. Might as well. We're committed already to opening some packs. Means I need to play some more limited. Use some of my gold. Get some more wild cards. Oh, nope. Nope. Yep. There we go. Back to this. Where's my thing? Where is it? There we go. You gotta watch when you do this with these multicolored cards, though, because right now, obviously, I don't want white. Oh, I gotta take that out. I don't want white, and because I'm running these, it is giving me white. Because we have these harder mana costs here, we definitely gonna want Fable Passage in this, I think. It's one of those things. Some people say you shouldn't put Fable Passage in a deck like this with only 2 colors, but honestly, I still think it's worth it. Like, even though it's an aggro deck, it's kind of gets into that bit. This is turning out to be kind of a mid-range deck. So I don't know. We'll see. Let me see. What else am I looking for? What else do we got to work with? We have Beast. Boot Nipper. Could be interesting. It's again aggressive 2-drop. Goes well with Loris. Let's go with... And I probably will make some cuts to this opening part when I edit this, so that way it's not too long. We'll see how much longer this goes. We're getting there, though. Look, we're at 59 cards with 22 lands. We might need a 23rd land, but we'll see. Oh, Lovestruck Beast. Yes. I like it. That's what I was looking for. And it is a beast. Unfortunately, we can't go... One of my favorite decks in the last set was the Golgari Adventures deck. I don't know if we can do that. Let me see. We could go Great Henge. Could put a couple Great Henges in there. No, just 2. Give us that late game staying power. I don't like... This is okay, but I'm going to take that. We already have Veridsaur as a huge 3-drop and Lovestruck Beast. What else? What else was good in that archetype? Let me see. Well, let's go like this, just so I can remember. It's obviously not as good without running Edgewall Innkeeper. It's a Zombie Knight, we can't run it. It's a Human Knight, we can't run. That's a Human Knight. I wouldn't expect this to be Human Knight because it's basically a giant bird, but there's a human on the back. So I always think of this as just a big bird. But I guess that makes sense. Murderous Rider, Zombie Knight. No, we should probably put some removal in this deck. Human Peasant, yeah. Definitely missing some good cards on here. What am I missing? The 4-drop hasty boy. What do we got? 4-drop green. Let's get rid of that. Just green. Haste. Questing Beast is a beast. I like it. We're doing things. Things are happening. There's a lot of options actually for this. For Kaheera. Granted, Kaheera it's a simple 1/1 vigilant buff, and Questing Beast already has vigilance, but the buff on it could be good. I mean, not sure if it's worth putting a second one in the main board. I don't think so. I think we have too many other good cards to use. Let's keep it just as the side. Skeleton Knight. Let's take out 4-drop. Let's look at other haste creatures. See what else we got going for us. Nope. One thing, if you're always unsure of a card, and it's in past sets, just think of if you've ever seen it before. Sometimes that's a good indication, unless it's like a fun combo that just works now because of other cards around it. Always remember that there's a reason cards aren't played in past sets, although that doesn't always apply, but I think there are a lot of times where it does. So Boot Nipper, we could put more of. I think I don't want to play this. So I think I'll put another two more Boot Nippers. I don't think I don't have any mutate, so I'm gonna take that out. Let's see. We also want some removal. So we're running black, so we have access to a couple instants. Let's look at some exile effects. We could run Hand Hate. Nope, black. Could run some Hand Hate with an Agonizing Remorse. Cry of the Carnarium, obviously not good for us right now. It's a horror, doesn't fit. Legion's End. I actually like Legion's End. I think that's a decent card right now. I'm gonna put couple of them in here. Maybe take out the Agonizing Remorse. We're gonna stick with board removal. If I was doing best of 3, Agonizing Remorse would definitely be something in the sideboard. 4 mana removal, Eat to Extinction, Creature Planeswalker. Extinction Event. Could be silly. Could be really silly. I want a little bit more efficient removal though. What am I missing? There's a card I am not thinking. Oh, that's because it's extra. Let's go Destroy. These are good meta cards. Heartless Act is good. And their Easy Prey is also pretty good. I like Heartless Act a little bit better. Let's go with 3 of these. Okay. We have 22 lands. In a deck like this, I think we need 1 or 2 more, so let's trim a little bit. We're going to trim one of the Legion's Ends. We'll go like this. This is something that after a few games you can play around with and see. I'm not going to probably do too much of that. Let's go Fabled Passage. So obviously Overgrown Tomb. We could put in some Triomes, specifically the Inditha one, to help us with Loris and Kaheera drops. It does have it has the cycling anyway, so I'm gonna put 2 of those in as opposed to just putting more temples in. But I think we'll put a couple temples. Let's trim these lands. Looks like we have more green, so we want to make sure we have the green. Obviously, Loris is going to need black, but we have enough dual lands. So we're down to, wait, what did I just do? 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We need more. Well, let's go Fabled Passage. Because this is more of a mid-range deck. This isn't really that aggressive of a deck. We don't want to do too many Fabled Passages, though, so let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 8 and 12, 23. So I'm running 23 lands. I'm okay with that right now. So let's see what else we want to add in. I could put a third Loris. Seems like the right choice. Okay. All right. We've done it. Oh wait, the most important part of the whole deck building process. Wait a minute. What am I doing? We gotta set the right thing. So we're gonna set that. We'll change our... Change this. What do we want to put on? I like these little constellations. Let's put the green constellation. I think my styles are already... Yeah, my styles are already applied. So we're good to go. And then we need to name it. Kaheera's... Beasts. No, there's other stuff. What the naming is very important. That is almost the most important thing. Kaheera's bitches. No, I'm just kidding. Kaheera and friends. I like that. Kaheera and friends. We'll go like that. All right, let's go. All right, like I said, we're going this Jeskai Luca best of one that I did in the last video. I am currently like 28 and 5 or something with it. That's awesome. Here and friends, here we go. So that didn't take too long. What was that, like 20 minutes to build that one? I don't know if it's any good. We're gonna find out. Seems like an interesting archetype though. Using Kaheera for the buffs and in this type of Golgari mid-range could be pretty interesting. Yeah, it's not a bad start. I mean, we don't have anything real good with Great Henge other than Questing Beast, but I think it's good enough to keep. So this can hopefully just distract them. We're going against Obosh, so this is a pretty good deck we're up against. Guess I didn't have to lead with that since I'm just doing this, but it's okay. Get one green down early because we're gonna need a second green source if we do want to drop Kaheera. If not, we'll drop Loris. I'd like to hit a 1 or 2 drop next turn. Got a B. Back up to 20. Scorpio comes down. Alright, new game plan. We just slam a Regisaur. So the game plan is Regisaur into Great Henge. And then discarding doesn't really matter if we can discard smaller creatures. So if we draw like 1-drops and stuff. But we need green mana, unfortunately. We do not hit our green mana source. That's not a good thing. Well, let's do this first. Looks like somebody I once dated. Loris goes down. So now if Loris survives, which because he just put a Witch's Oven on the board is not as likely as it once was in this life. We can discard the Boot Nipper. We get our green source. We play our green source. We play our Great Henge. We play our... Oh... Questing Beast is a very... No, you know what? We're gonna do this. It's gonna probably die anyways. But at least it gets the counter on it. There we go. So that's what I was hoping for. We can just start churning out little guys. Cool. Nope. Alright, Hill's just gonna do these things, these shenanigans. At least the Great Henge was able to buff those up, even though this is gonna die. Now, if he doesn't take up Loris with these sacks, we can just bring these back, so it's not that big of a deal. Kaheera is gonna go down next turn, regardless. Oh, Judy. Judy. Oh, cat, Jesus. I hate this deck so much. I mean, I've played it, and I appreciate this deck. But I do not really enjoy this deck. Ooh, Heartless Act. Very, very good. So, what do I want to do that right away? It's going to force a sack, and he can take out Loris. I think I want to play this first. That's good because that allows us to do both Heartless Act and Kaheera. Let's do this because... Man, these are both good. I think it's worth taking out the Mayhem Devil, though. No, I'm going to do this first. I'll probably go after Loris. That probably made it so that I... Oh, well, that's okay. Never mind. I already played that from the graveyard. It's not that big of a deal. Yep, he'll go after Loris with that. But I need to get that off the graveyard, or off the battlefield before I sack this, because then I'm just giving him free... free damage so he can take out one of these Boot Nippers. I'm surprised he went after the Fiend Artisan. I don't think he can do that much damage, right? Oh, he can sack with that, that's right. Alright, so he's working his way through, but he's doing a lot of damage to himself also. Grab black. So Great Henge is just really good. You could sack both of these and take out a Boot Nipper. But keep in mind I do still have a Rotting Regisaur. But it's nice, so whenever I drop Kaheera, I will be able to draw a card so I can keep this Questing Beast alive. Good, so I have discard fodder. Unfortunately, Gutter Bones is going to make it hard for me to attack with this, but it has Vigilance, so I can get that Gutter Bones off the battlefield. It's one less thing he can sack to kill Kaheera. Okay, good. He decides not to. We get him down to 9, which that's awesome. And we do have a questing beast, which will allow us to go face and OB. It's a lot of damage. I might just keep that. Go questing beast, see what we draw. Overgrown tomb. I mean, I guess we just cycle this and see what we draw again. Heartless Act, okay. I'm going to keep the Overgrown Tomb in my hand. So that way we can keep that. We just attack all at this point. This has Death Touch. These are so big that it will kill whatever blocks it. And it has Death Touch. This has Death Touch. Keep Kaheera back, even though he's probably going to try to take Kaheera out. But the vigilance is very important here because I already attacked. So they won't tap even if he were to kill Kaheera now. He would have had to kill Kaheera before I declared attackers. Now, Judith can do a lot of damage right now, so he can take out Kaheera with those two dying. So Kaheera's doing work. Probably worth a second one in here. An end turn. The escape of that's not good. I need to draw another creature. Loris is good. Oh. Obosh has to die. Although he might just be able to... So he can do... 2, 4... Okay. He has the cat. Well, we still have a chance, though. We can chain together some stuff here. That's nice to see. Okay, we got our big boys. Cat combo is not good, but at least he can't bring Obosh back with what he has in his hand. We gotta get through, though. We gotta get 6 damage in. It's the hard part about him having the cat, though. Venusaur is pretty much useless. He's doing 2 damage for every sack. We just got a top deck better than him. That's not us top decking better than him. I think this attack might have been a little foolhardy. Ugh. He's top decking way better than me. Well, this is a grind, though, and considering we just built this deck in like 10 seconds. And we're going against the top meta deck right now. It's a grind. We still have a chance here. I mean, he can basically just sack everything and win, though. Right now, he can win. Yep. I think he's figured that one out. I can tap the Great Henge instant speed, so maybe he'll just sack some stuff, and it won't quite be enough, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely enough. So that takes me to 4. Yeah, it's definitely enough with the Woe Strider. It's just enough, too. That sucks. I guess not. He can sack. Because whenever you sack this, I think it still triggers its ability. Oh, man. Yep. Just enough. Alright. Well, we came close. That was a close one, for sure. That was definitely a close one. We're gonna try. We're gonna try again. Let's see what we hit. We're in the unranked play queue and we come against Obosh aggro. Alright. Again, I like it. We could use some lands and something big to get the Great Henge down. But we have a nice aggressive start. Banehound into Boot Nipper. If we can hit a third land, we can go like Banehound, Boot Nipper, Kaheera. We're going against fires, I guess. Karuga fires. Big Hippo fires. Depending on whether or not we hit a land next turn. If we hit a land, I'll drop the forest. If we don't, I'm going to Fabled Passage and just put the other Banehound down. Okay, so I'm going to Fabled Passage, put the second Banehound down. Now that he does have board clears, I'm going to do this now, so don't forget. We want our second green source. That allows us to put Kaheera down on curve. That's why I put Fabled Passage in the deck. So we get to choose whether we need the black for Loris or the green for Kaheera. Deafening Clarion. Yep. Fair enough. Have a nice day. Yeah, so this deck runs both Deafening Clarion and Shatter the Sky. So we could have an issue. Now, I would love to play both this and this, but we can't right now. And I don't want to play this yet. So let's just put the Boot Nipper down. Put Death Touch on it. Be noticing? That's pretty good. Could run this could go well in like a black-white Kaheera deck with the Johnny's Pride mate. Kind of takes the place of Healer's Hawk, Kenrith. Legion's End is a very dead card in this matchup. So I guess, yeah, we just Kaheera, right? Still not big enough, though. We need to get rid of that Kenrith. We need Heartless Act. That would be good. Sure. Bro. Could have probably attacked with the Banehound if he blocked that. It makes this a 5/5, which gets in the way of Kenrith. Something to keep in mind. No Fire's Invention yet, so it might force him... Yeah. Problem is now you got a bunch of big boys. You can fish for fires. You can't haste that yet. Second black source here. Let's get another death touchy boot nipper down here in a second, but we're gonna go here. Fires goes down. Followed by Kaheera. Well, we can take out fires, but that's probably not going to help us too much right now. He already has Cavalier and Kenrith down. Probably worth not putting Legion in, and I think we take Legion's End out and put in more Heartless Act. Yeah, we got to get that fires off the board this turn. That is definitely have to happen. Buffs up for Fiend. Ooh, that is something I did not consider. Fiend Artisan getting that big. So he's going to have to block out this Fiend Artisan. But I don't know if he really cares at this point. Let's leave this back. They are vigilant. Okay. He has to lose something, which probably keeps us alive. He probably has replacements for those. I don't know what else he would be doing right now. Shadow the Sky? We have Recursion in our deck, but we didn't draw it, so... oh, you know what I need in here? The 3-mana sorcery that returns things to the battlefield. That card is very, very good. He pays. That's not a good thing. And he waits. Let's put the Great Henge down first while we have power on the board, because I don't know what the hell he's doing right now. We're going in. What instant returns stuff to the battlefield? If he... No. Oh, he has black. What am I talking about? That's alright. We get it through for 1. I hardly ever see anyone use the black Kenrith. I wasn't even paying attention, but what? I'm still not sure why I paid. Oh, so you can pay and gain the life, right? Is that right? Yeah. This is bad. He's still gonna lose 1. Maybe. Let's see how he decides to block. Probably just leave the boot nipper. Oh, okay. Fires. That's good. He oh, still has black. Okay, he's at 6. Now he's at 4. Yeah, yep. Alright. That's gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna make a couple tweaks. It's gonna go in here. We're going to put in, take out the Legion's End. Even though it's best of 1, I haven't seen any like real aggro. Put in 2 more Heartless Axe. We need to look for the 3 mana card. No. That returns stuff from the graveyard. Call it the Death Dweller. Put 2 of in there. Take 1 Thrashing Brontodon out. 1 Fiend Artisan out. We'll go like this. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. Cloudino. Okay, so we have 2 lands. It's a pretty good curve, though. We have the Triumph, which is really nice here. We are tapped, unfortunately. I'm going to start out with the Scry and try to Scry into another land anyways. Yeah. We have to bottom that. We have to hit our 3rd land. We do have a play next turn at least. Not the play we were looking for. But still a good play. We need to hit that 3rd land. Oh, well, we hit something or other. Yeah, I mean, Boot Nipper. Throw Death Touch on it. Oh, yeah, we'll crack it. Let's see, what do we want? We have double of everything. We have more green going on now, though, so we're going to crack for green. Growth Chamber Garden. I haven't seen that card in forever. But it can be a real pain. Okay. I mean, it has to be Questing Beast. This definitely gives a lot of value. Oh, it's enough to win. All right, we just scare him. We scare him with our scary creatures. Put another tempo in. Take out 1 Ceratops. There we go. That's good. That looks good. We don't have a 1-drop, so I'm going to do this and crack it for green mana. I know what's coming now. I could take it out while I can. It's an option. That cat's annoying. I don't think it's worth it though. Let's put down the Boot Nipper. Okay, so we're gonna drop the Regisaur. Let's attack first. Regisaur will allow us to get the Great Henge down next turn. I don't really need the Triumph at this point. Okay, here we go. Let's do the Great Henge first and see what happens. Then we'll Kaheera. And we get that, that's good. Yeah, they're vigilant, so they should definitely block. There we go. But we really don't need, he needs to not have the oven. That's probably one of the worst things. Or really any of his, I guess Judith or that kind of stuff. I don't know if Heartless Act does a lot right now. I kind of, yeah, we're going to drop the Heartless Act because I want creatures. Creatures are good. That's really good. Lead with the beast. Yes, yes, yes. Kaheera stays back. Honestly, I'm finding the buff on this isn't as important as the vigilance. The vigilance is probably the best. Now, those little guys can't block this. The only thing that can block this Questing Beast is Woe Strider. So Questing Beast is very good in this matchup. Okay, he's going to lose the Woe Strider now. I'm surprised he's willing to do that. He might stop and, like, put the Scorpion there. I guess he's afraid of the Death Touch on this. It makes it so he can't really attack with anything. Yeah, but even still, Questing Beast is a problem for him. Put down the Nippy Boy. Okay, this is interesting. I guess I dropped the Fiend Artisan, right? Obosh goes down. Yeah, it's not big enough yet. Drawing some cards, keeping that in my hand. Just gonna keep going in, putting the pressure on. Added a last land at that last second, so that definitely helped. And we're getting a little payback right now. I mean, the game's not over by any means, but Questing Beast is very good in this matchup. What is that? Create a... Oh, okay. I haven't played with that yet. Pretty interesting. Alright, we don't have to worry about the discard. See what we draw. Another land that allows us to put down this. Alright, that's enough. We overwhelm him with our Great Henge. So there, that's how the deck is supposed to work when you draw your lands. So I think we're good at 24 lands. You add one land and all of a sudden you start drawing into it. It's weird. Love the MTG arena. Alright, I'll stop there. We won one. So we played around with the deck a little bit. If you want to take this deck, if you have some cards and you want to play around with it a little bit more, it's very interesting archetype. In best of one, you kind of have to play the meta a little bit, and I wasn't sure what I was going to come up against building this deck, but it definitely has some elements that are a lot of fun to play. So it's not going to be a tier 1 deck by any means, but we just threw it together in like 10 seconds and like 15 minutes, and it seems fun. Now that the land seems good, and this is the way I'm going to post it, I'm going to cut out some of my middle games because I did lose a decent amount. I think I just went like 2 and like 5, but most of the time I got mana screwed. So I think that with the lands that's in there now, it has a chance to be ultra aggressive in that mid game. So hopefully you enjoyed the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed the deck building and something a little bit different. Leave a comment below if you want to see some more stuff like this. I'd love to hear it. And have a nice day. I'll see you.